Oh, it's starting. I don't know if you can see those little white things falling here. It's starting. Anyways, how's it going today? We just had to go and get a fuse for the little diesel heater. I don't know what's going on. I said I had it running the other day just to fire it up, and probably ran it 5 minutes and then shut her down again. But went to start it tonight because I want to do a little bit of work in the shed, and the fan blows, but no pump coming on, and doing the stupid click 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 thing, right? So, but anyways, I just made a mistake and thought maybe the battery I had it on was just a bit too low or something, and it wasn't liking that, so I switched it to my other battery, and I didn't pay close attention to the turmoils I put it on, and popped a fuse, so had to go get a new one. So I'll try her again here. Okay, turn this guy to off. And where are we here? Yes, it's a 20 amp fuse. I'm surprised the one that was in it blew. Holy smokes. I don't know if I don't like the looks of that in there, but anyways, we'll try this battery, and this is pretty positive, and that's the positive. And this is the negative, and it came on 033. I don't know if that's just the startup or if that's a trouble code. It's flashing there. I don't know what that was, but should run the fan for a little bit, and then there's code. These are typically indicates an overheating issue. It's not been running, so that's not the problem. Usually pointing toward a faulty overheating sensor or a problem with the blower fan. Anyways, we'll let her run here a minute. It should start clicking fairly soonish here. Let's put my phone back away. I want to holy smokes. Sorry guys. I want to just do a little diagnosis on the 028 here and see that should be clicking by now. See if we can see what compression we're sitting at on this beast. Oh, that's gonna be fun getting that in there. I guess that's all have to come off. Should be clicking by now. Should be going tick 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 tick. It's not ticking. I wonder if I got a bad. Okay then. Bad whatchamacallem guy maybe. So I don't really know the history on this saw. What do I need here? I need one of these wrench thingies here. I don't really know the history on it. This is the Hunters and Anglers Club saw, and I kind of kept it because, not for me, but just I wasn't super happy with the way it was kind of running, so I think maybe I know why now. I think someone's maybe ran, or they've just wore it out. But I kind of think they might have ran it without enough oil in it, because, out there, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, can we get away with just this guy? Yeah, better not. Yeah, we're not clicking on that heater for some reason. So this should be minimum 100 psi coming out of this, and maximum I'd really like to see it at about 150. If we get that much, I doubt it, but because so we did the other day, you could hold it by the cord and it would do. So that's not a good thing. Oh, and I don't have I'm pretty sure I don't have the right guy to get down there. This is probably going to be too big, I'll have to figure that out if we're going to do a rebuild on this. It may not even be worth it, I don't know. You can get rebuild kits fairly cheap for these off Amazon, and surprisingly I've not had much problem with them. Why are you doing that there? It's not wanting to go down full choke there. Okay, so we're at 0. Why are you not clicking? That's the fuel pump there. I wonder if I should pop. That actually holds all this in here. This is the rubber mount thing. A little bit of residual leak in there. That's the wiring going into it, and there's not really much to these things, to be honest. There's not a whole lot to them. I'm just wondering if something's going on with the wiring, or what. Of course, you know, it has to do this when I just filled it up too. Always the way. Well, I'm not gonna mess with her right now, so it's a little disappointing. No, but it was a good little heater. But I'll try her again here. Let's see if I can see any codes. U00033, U033, U033. Oh, come on. It looked like a U anyways. U033. U033 code on the diesel heater typically indicates lost communication with engine control module. Error meaning the heater's control unit cannot properly communicate with the vehicle's main computer. What? The vehicle's main computer. There's no computer in this, is there? Maybe there is. Maybe there is. It's all in this guy, maybe. Messing me up. Vehicle's main computer to receive necessary information like engine speed and coolant temperature for optimal operation. Probable causes of U033 code: faulty wiring, damaged or loose wires in the communication circuit between the heater and the ECM. Incorrect connection and properly connected wire. Well, I haven't changed or done anything. ECM malfunction, usually issues with the vehicle's main, I don't know why they keep saying vehicle's main computer. Heater control unit failure, a problem with the heater's own control unit responsible for communication. Inspect all wiring connections related to the heater and ECM for damage, corrosion, or loose connections. Scan for codes, use a diagnostic. This doesn't make sense. They're talking about a heater, but then they're also talking about a vehicle. Well, I'll have to mess with that, I guess. I'll probably get it figured out, but who knows. Let's do a compression test. So we'll just let this guy hang here, and I'd like to see at least over 100 psi. So you got to have the throttle wide open too. So you can see it's, well, not quite wide open, but I can't really do both here. So there's 10 good pulls. What are we reading? We are just over 100. About 105. That's not terrible bad. Let me see if I can do it this way now. It's not terrible bad. Try to hold the throttle wide open. That way you're no air restriction. Yeah, about 105. Well, it's not terrible, but it's getting to that point where not good. Hence you can, it's leaking past, right? So let me look it up here once again. Oh, our corn flakes. Stihl 028. Compression specs. Trying to troubleshoot low compression on my Stihl 028. I read 100 cold and 90 hot. I'm not even going to do a hot, to be honest. Trying to ascertain whether I need a cylinder piston or both. Do both. Prefer what I have slapped on new piston and cylinder and been done with it. I already replaced the rings. No compression, still 100. Yeah, you need to do both, bud. You need to do both. Called Stihl, and they seemed to be a lot of info out there. There's local Stihl dealerships. 100 is low. 120 to 130 is a good running saw. 130 to 150 is expected of a new saw. Ooh. Just for fun. What I wonder what that guy would be. I'm not gonna bother though, to be honest. I can pretty much tell this thing's having some issues. But yeah, you need a... It's the same size as that guy, but it's a little skinny one. And it's usually an L, and I don't have one. This, of course, is way too big to reach down in there to get those things off. Oh, man. Well, pretty sure I don't have one. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's funny, that little heater fired up and ran good the other day. It was making heat. Not a problem at all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have one of those. Oh, special tools. That's why they use those, so they can just make the thing smaller than... ooh, hang on a sec. I think that's too small. But yeah. Darn it! I got lots of these, though. It'd be that size end. I think, I forget what size that is now, but... I do not have. Oh, man. No, I don't have. Well, that sucks. Okay. Not like I got parts. Oh, for cornflakes. I don't have parts anyways, but what do we get if we get one good pull here? Like 60. Yeah. Yeah, about 105. I don't know if you guys can see that. Not the greatest. Poop! Ow, that hurt. Okay. So, I gotta find some tools for that. And, should be able to just... Well, you have to take the muffler off. I could do that, I guess, just to have a look inside. Let's pull this guy off. Oh, geez, that's good for it. I'd be interested to see. Maybe we will test that. 660. We'll see what it's putting up for compression. It's probably only got 4 or 5 hours on it. It's not been used that much. Alright, put the Parky plug back in just for now. Keep the crap from getting down there. My hands will work for me. Yeah, I might order a kit for this. It might be fun to tear this guy down and put a kit in him. Sure, why not? It's like 40 odd bucks or something. Now, what do we got? Only 2 screws to hold that in there. And I went and put the thing away. Bad. Not very tight. Not very tight. Where are you? Ooh, that one wasn't very tight either. Now this should just take the front cover off, I believe. Should take that bar and chain off before I cut myself wide open with it. Tiny little screws. Yeah. So that should be just the front cover, or is that the whole thing? Yeah. And then you get screwed in from the back there. Okay, we don't really need to get that right off though. I guess I might as well take this stupid thing off. Yeah, you didn't heat at all. Yeah. Something's wrong with it. I don't know what. We'll look inside here and just to see. Oh yeah, there's a pretty good score on the back there, and let's get that piston. Oh, there's your problem. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get you off my GoPro. Oh, wait, how's it even running? Let me take you off the mount here. Give me 1 second. Holy geez, someone was rough on this thing. And again, to be honest, it doesn't surprise me a bit. A bit. Okay, hang on. I gotta get you in the right position here. Saw up. I'll get a light. Make sure I can see what you guys are looking at. Can you see? I don't know. I can't see nothing now. You can see that scoring on that piston. That is freaking junk. Someone was really hard on that saw at one point. Yeah. Well, we can ascertain. Oh, I like that word now. That's what that guy used on that little thing we just read there. I wonder why that thing screwed up though. That's weird. Because it was working the other day. It was fine. It was working good. For all they're worth, just buy a frickin' new one. They're not worth a whole lot, to be honest. They're fairly cheap. But something, maybe it's got some crap down in this plug here. Okay, well, what are we gonna do with that for now? Because I guess we're gonna take, well, I can't work on this right now. I can only do one thing at a time. So this saw is definitely needing some work. I don't know, it looks kind of like it's had a lot of hours put on it. Probably worth doing though. It's a pretty sweet little saw, to be honest. But it does still run, surprisingly. I don't know how, because that ring in there, that ring kind of looks like it was kind of jammed up. But like I say, right now I don't have that wrench to get down there, so I'll have to see if I can pick up one of them somewhere. Yeah, there's your problem. I'm amazed that's ran at all. This is sort of not working right here now. All right, well, I guess we got to put this guy back on. I'll have to get a kit in, and I pretty much only have the choice of Amazon right now. I should clean that, but there could have been some crap getting around this guy too, right? You never know. So yeah, we're apparently Canada Post right now is on a strike for who knows how long. Of course, it's right at Christmas time. If you guys were planning on sending Christmas card for the Christmas card string here, it might not get here. So if you sent one out, it's in lingering somewhere. So you will have to be very patient, and hopefully it gets here. I don't know if that's sitting in the right spot or not. I feel right. That's it. But Amazon will still deliver. No, that wasn't it. Because Amazon, of course, does their own stuff, right? I think that's pretty much got her. Okay, so we'll order a kit for that guy. I'll look at it and see if I can find a right tool for that too, because I don't have that tool. It's just basically like an Allen key size, like skinny, with this other end on it here. Oh, we're gonna test the big saw here. That's right, forgot. So we'll put this guy off to the side for now. And then we'll test the big guy here. Maybe. Whoa! That is one freaking brute of a saw. Do I have to get... Oh, I'm gonna have to take this whole top cover off. The heck do you get into there? How do you get into there? Oh man, I don't want to take all the carburetor bolts off and everything. How the heck do you get into this thing? Maybe just like that. Boy, jumping. Okay, I think we might have got it. Holy compact saw, eh? Jeez, bud. So you know what? I've got one of these that's longer. Might be better. I'd like to actually see how this saw's been running anyhow, so. That's a tight fit in there, let me tell you. Ooh, she's got some oil anyways. Let's put that off the side there, and so I'm expecting to see this in and around that 150 PSI range. That's what I'm expecting. If I can get this started in here, that is. This cover comes right out. Yeah, it does. That'll make her easier. Maybe. What is going on here? Thought I had her. There. Holy smokes. Okay, is that the right size? No, I think it's the wrong size. Is that the right size? Nope. Might be interesting trying to get that out of there again. Whew. Okay, tighten everything up. We are starting at 0. And this one I'm just going to open it up like that. I don't think I can pull this and hold. Okay. Eesh. Let's hold that with that. Oh, smokes, that thing's heavy. Oh, this one's only at about 115. I wonder if this gauge is not really reading right then. So I know this won't have any scored piston, but figured that might have been a little bit higher actually, to be honest. Unless we're leaking here. Let's try it again here. Oh, 115. I can't say that's terrible bad, but let's try something fun here. Just try the compression release on and see what we get. So now we're at just under 100. Yeah, it's amazing how much that does do. Well, oh good, the whole thing come out. The whole thing come out. Now I've got another gauge here too. I'm wondering if we should just do a double. Oh smokes. You know, like another test too, just to see if the gauge is not fibbing us. That one, the other saw is definitely needing a rebuild though. That's not in good shape. I could tell by all that scoring. Really bad. My other gauge here is just a cheesy Princess Auto one, but now this might be interesting, trying to get this back out of here again. If I can even get it started. getting it in there would be interesting. These little guys might help. Okay, let's pull her with this one on and see what that tells us. Oh, gee. Sorry for all the shaking, guys. Going for a compression ride. Oh yeah, so this is showing us quite a bit higher. We're about 110, 20, 30, 40, 130 PSI. So that's a little better. Maybe that gauge is fibbing me then. Or maybe this gauge is fibbing me. Oh well. I can see the scoring that other one. That's definitely not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. She's definitely getting some gas down in there though. Put this back together. And you better see if she'll fire up. Good. And this stupid cover now. Where the heck did it go? I think it just went down inside of there. I'm not really sure it's supposed to move the air around, I guess. Probably a $70 part. It just sort of sits down on top of that plastic there. It's kind of a bit chintzy, but oh crap, I forgot this guy. Forgot him. How the heck did that go on now? Way or this way? That way. Yeah. It's probably a $50 part. Why are you not gripping onto that feller? Oh, maybe this guy's in the way here. There. Seem right. Okay. Let's see if this thing will fire up. Better open the door because she'll make some smoke. Oh, Jesus. Might be flooded now from all that pulling. Whew. That's a brute of a saw, that thing. She's a good one. She's a good one. Now, like I said, I don't think I'm going to bother testing that other saw because I know it's not good. Oh, gee, bud. Geez, too many saws. So this will do bigger spark plugs too, like that other kit. It's got different sizes. So that's pretty cool. This is the cheapy compression tester from Princess Scrap Auto. Scrap. Okay, so I'll have to source out those things for that, and then this thing. I don't know what to do with that. I wonder if I should take this tank off. Pull the door closed here again. It was actually warmer inside before I opened that up. I just want to check the connections, but it worked fine the other day, which has got me really baffled as to why it does not want to work now. It's like the little thing didn't come on at all. Crappy, stupid, cheesy. Check and make sure that the fuel's flowing out of this guy all right too, I guess. I'm sure it is. I think it does have a filter in the bottom of this tank. Yeah. Let's just check the flow. Oh, I think we're good there. Oh, I lost my marker somehow. Huh. Huh. How? So that looks good. Let's looks like it's nut and bolted there. But like I say, really it's not worth really messing with these things because they're so freaking cheap. I don't believe that that's going to stay there. But now I don't know what voltage those things would be. It's probably not full 12 volt. Everything looks good there. Maybe this guy's just like stuck. I wonder what happens if I fire this up without the tank in. It wasn't too long after this guy started that, you know, ding 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 ding, that it would start going. It's basically a solenoid valve, so there's not really a whole lot to it, you know. Could be just stuck too. I imagine it's probably this pump. My thought. I'll check this connection here if it doesn't start going here. Very confusing, but really there's not much to them. Pretty simple. Yeah, that should have started already. I'm pretty sure. It just seems funny that it ran fine the other day. So we've got basically like the control here, which is going into it looks like these three wires here, black green, brown stripe, and blue. That's going into the plug there. And there'll be some going out to into the heater itself. Yeah, it's not activating the pump. Interesting. Oh, I probably should undo this. Yeah, that one. That looks all good there. Oopsie. Gotta get that lined up right there. That looks good there. Could be something. Going into the heater here, but I really don't want to dissect all that, to be honest. Wonder if I was going to do anything other than make a mess. Oh, that blew some crap out. Maybe. Alright, that maybe didn't do anything, but we'll try her again. We gotta hook this guy back up to here. Just barely, like they had it, you know. Just barely hooked up. Okay. I doubt that'll do anything, but you never know. Never know. U033 still. So I think there could be something wrong with this guy too. It's funny how it worked fine the other day though. So I don't know. I'll let her sit there and go for a second here. We'll go to old Amazon. Might get a Black Friday sale. Diesel heater. $148. Pretty cheap. What about diesel heater? I don't know whether it's good to start getting new control boards or whatever. Interesting. They don't seem to... Oh, there's a pump. It's like $59 for a pump, so why would you spend that much on just the pump? There's the control guy. Universal diesel air heater. I don't know if I want to start mixing up different parts, so you know, where'd that gotta go? Yeah, this has got a different plug on it too than this one. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Okay. Let's look up the actual heater here. Max. P Ding. Ding. R-O-D-S. R-O-D-S. D-S. Max Peating rods. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, it does bring up a little bit different looking though. There's your problem. You got no parts. I mean, $39 just for the pump. I don't see the point of spending the money on that. I just wonder what else could be wrong with it. So I don't think it's the pump. To be honest, I think it's probably something else going on. $265 just for that, and you don't... Wowee. Diesel heater. Max Peating rods. It's kind of a funny name, isn't it? $159 just for the whole thing. So it's like, I know I just got this thing last year, but for some reason it started, like I say, the other day, and now it doesn't seem to want to for some weird reason. Vivor. That looks pretty identical. See, that's the problem with these things, is trying to get parts for these that are the same parts as what this one has. Pumps probably be all right, but then you're getting into the control panel stuff. I wonder if I still got the book for this guy here. Let me go look for it. Well, I do have it. Max Peating rod since 2006. Let's see if they give us any troubleshooting stuff. Installation note, technical parameters, working principle. Well, there's the breakdown of it. And, you know, to be 100% honest, they're so cheap it's not really worth. It's probably something you should replace every year anyways, you know. It's kind of crazy, I know, but... So that's mounting plate, fuel line, fuel pump. Looking for, like, troubleshooting or something. Control panel. Inspection before use. Control panel usage. It doesn't really have a lot of settings on it, to be honest. It's kind of crap that way. Fault code table. Well, those are E numbers. E. Glow plug failure. Overheat protection. Overheat sensor fault. Startup failure. No oil. Lack of fuel. Over voltage. Temperature sensor fail. Fuel pump failure. Well, it's not really giving me a code like that. Stop heating.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey. Start heating.
It's not giving me any codes, which is weird. It's doing its test. It looks like a U033. Which is weird because that's definitely not in here. Temperature sensor failure. When the heater fails, a corresponding logo will blink in this displayer at the same time as the fault code displaying the display in the displayer. The fault cause and solution refer to table below. Well, it's not doing that though, which is weird. Fan motor failure, it's blowing. It hasn't even got the glow plug failure part yet. Overheat protection, overheat sensor fault. And then we're into the different language. So, I don't know. It's not running the pump. I wonder why. I don't know if that's a 12-volt pump or what that is. It's probably not marked. Let's look it up here. Maybe it'll tell me in the description stuff. PUMB. I know it's really annoying heater. I got my other furnace here too, but this one's kind of nice if I don't have power on, or I don't have power out here, or whatever, the power's off. I can still run this guy for a wee while, you know. But anyways, I just want to see if I could bypass voltage on this, but it's probably not going to tell me. Product specifications. Nope, doesn't tell me anything. See all product information. Why don't you just give it to me anyways? Try this. DIESEL. Voltage. Typical diesel heater pump operates in 12-volt power supply. Okay. Starting the heater will pull around 6 to 10 amps. I don't really care about amps. I just want to see if I could like bypass this guy here and maybe see if it's working at all, you know, by just hooking on 12 volt right to it here, you know. I'm not sure which side is which, but it shouldn't matter. Holy crap. Now this might be interesting to try to do this. I don't know whether this is going to be a success story or not, but ladder's gonna frickin' fry right in my face. Okay, what do we need? We need some wire. Gonna short wire it. Oh, it's been a while since I've got wire. Where's all my wire? I got some little guys up here. This would work probably. Some of this crap. Let's see here. Need a couple of shorties. Pardon me, a couple of shorties. Couple of shorties here. Give me a sec, I'll get this going here and let you know when we hook her up. Okay, we're almost ready here. Just want to bear a little extra maybe here, just to wrap around the terminal. And I don't know if this is sending pulsing power to this heat or the pump, or how it actually does its job. I kind of wonder if it's the control thing is sending like a pulse every once in a while, and that's what makes it you know, to get it. I don't know. So now we got power here. Oh, the battery almost toast or something. What's going on here? What's going on with this battery? Maybe there's your problem. Oh, I wasn't using this one though, but let's just see here. 10.4. Okay, might be enough just to click it here. So we just want to touch, I guess, one side to one side and one side to the other side. See what happens here. Pump's working. I'd say that's all right. Yeah, so it must control board must send a pulse to this. Interesting. So I'd say that's working all right. Okay. Okay. Wonder. Ooh. Wonder. Do I have. I know I got a lot of junk out here. I don't think I have my meter out here though. I was gonna see if that was pulsing when it comes on. I don't think it's sending power there. This might tell us here. So we're gonna need another little chunk of wire. Holy smokes. What's that wire made out of? Okay. Now, what do I do with my light? Here. Let's just make sure this works. I'm sure it will, but yeah, okay. Okay. Trying to get this diagnosed here, but we might be SOL. I think it's the control board, to be honest. What am I doing here? I need to hook this guy back up. Oh, it is hooked up already.
Oil pump disconnected.
How do you know that? Really? Oh, I know why he knows that.
Stop heating.
Because it's not connected.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
It's going to think it's an oil pump there, hopefully. I don't know whether it's going to blow up in my face here.
Start heating.
See, I'd like to see this pulsing. And if this doesn't pulse, then we've got something going on with this control board. It should start like within the first like 20 seconds. Yeah, something's not right. Oh, man. At least it kind of tells you in English what's kind of going on. I'm going to leave it for a second here, though, and see if this starts to pulse at all. Oh, man. I'm probably just going to scrap this one and just buy a new one. It's not worth screwing around with, you know. Definitely knew that the oil pump wasn't there, so it's getting a signal there, that's for sure. But it's not doing the pulsing. Pump works, so something could be wrong inside here too. it's not flashing any codes, so. But it's not even getting to the point of starting up the heater or anything, right? Which is weird, like I say, because it worked the other day just fine. It fired right up. So, I have to take this off now. Yeah, I don't like that.
Oil pump disconnected.
So it is. But it's not sending juice there. So, is there a problem in this plug? Well, to be honest, I'm just gonna probably not worry about it a whole lot. And probably just order a new heater for here. I don't know, it's just weird how it worked fine the other day though. I didn't really run it that long, so maybe that wasn't so good. But if you try it again tomorrow, all of a sudden it might work. So you never know, right?
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Well, thanks. I'm a little disappointed you wouldn't start up for me. We'll just give her one more chance here. I'm not having too much faith though, but it'd be interesting though if, you know, if we do replace it with a different one. What going on inside of this one might be kind of an interesting little tear apart just to see what's going on. I don't know how easy this comes out here. It's got to be screwed down. I don't know. She's not pumping though. Oh well. We know that's working. We know, I think it's probably something in this guy here. And that's all electronic, so there's not much you can do with that. But it's not giving me any codes, which is really weird. Really weird. These are the two here.
Stop heating. Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Oh, come on. Holy cow, that just comes out of there. Wow, that's pretty chintzy, isn't it? Kind of chintzy. But it works. What happens now? Yeah, it's not hooked up. It's not going to do nothing. No, it's not dirty in there. It's all good looking. These two guys are those two guys right there. Yeah, it was a totally different plug, right? So I'm not going to be screwing around with that. So that's the three control wires there. Well, that sucks anyways. Not much I can probably do with that. So, at least we know that pump works. If we happen to need another pump, we do have a spare pump. If we get a new heater, I don't know. Yeah, but this thing's not looking too good. This battery, whew, this thing's not looking too good at all. You can kind of tell by the bulge sides. That's probably not in good shape. Good old TSC crap batteries. What cold crank is this guy here? 1,020 cranking amps. Let's just give her a test here quick. Short charge, regular flooded. Cranking amps of 1020. It's got enough to run this little guy. All right, testing. Yeah, the bulges on the side aren't looking too good. Oh, state of health 0, state of charge 0. It's got no amps in this thing, so it's like junk. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Does this one give me a rating? Cold crank of 800. Let's give this guy a little test here. Holy geez. Gotta get right on the terminal if you can. 12.74. Had a vehicle before charge. Actually, we'll do that after charge. Regular flooded. What do we say? Cold crank of 800. So we want to go cold cranking amps. Five, 6, 7, 8. Testing. 61 health. State of charge is 98. 655 amps. So she's down a bit too. But I got it charging. Yes, we do. Okay, well, that's about all we can do with that, I guess. This one's toast. Junk. We'll probably just throw it in the river with the rest of them. No, I'm just kidding. Teasing you. Holy jeez. Yeah, why is that diesel heater screwing up? Why is it screwing up? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but we can just get another one, but kind of sucks that we have to do that, but what can you do? Wow, that's funny though, like I said, because it ran fine the other day. Fired it up, started right up, and away she went. Only ran it for about 5 minutes, and then just, you know, turn the switch off, and then it cools off, and then yeah, we were good. So, but anyways, I guess that's it for today. Probably almost out of battery. Oh yeah, better get going. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later. We are slowly, just before we go here, maybe we're down here. Take a walk around the other side here. There's no Yodes yelling at us. Holy crap, it's starting to snow. And this thing's leaking. Put this in maybe upside down here. Oh my goodness. It's leaking out the cap too. That's great. Probably should get it dumping back into the can. Maybe for tonight it'll be alright like that. My wife says, oh, we won't get any snow. It's already covered the ground. But anyways, I've got a little bit of progress today on the siding here. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like this siding stuff. Before the battery dies, we'll go have a quick look here. Hopefully we can see it on the building. I've been kind of buggered up with my right knee. I don't know what the heck I did to it. If I ripped something in the front, kind of on my knee. Holy, is it ever. Going downstairs is like a freaking nightmare. Everything else seems fine, but anyways, there you can see the siding is on. We got up to about there, and then the battery on the thing died, so we're all the way across. But it's definitely been a challenge, this stuff, because it's I got this one tree. I don't think I have. Oh, this is like the end of it here, like it was a big bell on the end, and holy crap, that stuff was hard to get matched up to the next layer. Holy man. But anyways, she's on her way. We got about 4 or 5 feet maybe left there, 4.5 feet. And now that this stuff's here, that's just fantastic. Wasn't really wanting that already, but I guess we've done pretty well. But I got a little bit of siding stuff left here, but definitely gonna have to cut a bunch more. So I've got this stuff left, and then what's left on the trailer here too. So not a whole lot, but I can always cut more. So, but anyways, better get going. This battery's gonna die on the GoPro here. So we'll put this light back in, and stupid winter, didn't get a roof on yet, but they called and asked what my address was, so that's a good sign. Maybe. So they wanted to know where I lived. So yeah, that's charging that one. That one's charging the one out of the mower. And this would be a good little project for us to see if we can get her I can't believe it's actually running. To be 100% honest, it's with that piston scored up like that, I'm surprised that's running. And the compression's not really bad, but it's not great, so we'll figure that out. Or maybe even just order a new one, and that's not gonna fight with it, you know. Like, I know it's only like a year old, but something, I think it's probably in the control panel here, but it's funny, it's not flashing a code, and it ran fine the other day for like 5 minutes, but I'm just gonna leave it. We'll unhook the power to them though, and we'll maybe just try her again. Maybe it'll work, I don't know. But anyways, I guess I head her home. Might have to get out and do snow in the morning. Oh, I didn't put the blade on the plow. But anyways, thanks again. Catch us all later, and you guys have a good day.